3, 2, 1. Baga, y'all give me more work to do. Baga, now I have to edit this one off. Okay, so... Okay. All right, guys. 3, 2, 1. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back once again. Ballon Studios presented to you. Oh, fuck. Again, I said it wrongly. Let me do this again. Okay. And all right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back once again in another episode presented to you by Ballon Studios. And of course, surrounded by some of the usuals. Yeah. So Kevin, Liverpool supporter, Sharif and Naveen Raj, United supporters, and Kuhan, Newcastle supporter. So, hey, good to have you boys, man. How are you guys doing? All okay, huh? Good.
All good, man. All good.
Big, very big week. Lots of talking points, and so before we get into all the nitty gritty of our topics, right? So I just want to give a big shout out to all those who have commented. All those who have watched our previous episodes, really appreciate it. And for those who are new, who are tuned in for the very first time, do us a favor, hit the like and subscribe button, and also turn on the notifications bell as well, and stay tuned to weekly episodes. Yeah. So I know from those on our socials as well, TikTok especially, I would like to think we have kind of, from our previous episode, it kind of caused a bit of stir. So it was good, right? I'm not going to run through all the comments. We'll take it offset lah. So that having said, thanks guys for all your support, and stay tuned to more episodes. And another shout out to those who commented. So there were some very interesting comments from some of the previous clips as well, especially the ones on the Arsenal to win a trophy this season. That kind of drove people commenting and all that. And the most that got people engaged, I'm using a better word here, engaged, where people were dropping a lot of comments, were about Ruben Amorim to keep or sack. So I'm not going to go into all those details. Yeah. So of course, moving on our lined up agenda. So we've had the Ballon d'Or nominees. We have, I think, 20 or 30 players in that list. Yeah. And Victor Gyökeres has won. I'm not sure what's the name of that award.
Promising player.
Yeah.
Not individual.
Yeah. So that.
Well, so far he's not been doing anything, right?
with touching his hair.
So so Victor Gyökeres wins that, and of course Donnarumma who wins the Yashin Award, right? So I think really.
But we have to mention the player which won. Osman Dembele.
It's a given.
I'm happy that he won. I think after he was injured, right, for many years. He almost
in Barcelona.
When players, some were calling him Sotong lah, some were calling him Glass Leg lah, whatever names they can call, right? I don't know lah. But he really revitalized his game lah.
He's a given. He was so important for the squad.
In both international and also PSG as well, right? And you could see also.
International, he went to the final lah, the World Cup final.
And I think it's also a good example to.
So I read a couple of articles about him. It's very interesting. When Kylian Mbappe was in the PSG team, he was not the main man at all. He was like second fiddle and all these things. So when Kylian Mbappe left to Real Madrid, the big man left, Osman Dembele went through many phases. The whole team were already telling him that the Ballon d'Or in his years, you're going to win. Must win the Ballon d'Or. Now it's your field. They encourage him in some ways like that, which is like interesting. That how can the whole team believe and trust in the next upcoming player? He wasn't a big player in my opinion, and how he took it to the rim. So I think the biggest difference is because he won the Champions League for them. He did incredibly well. And I think if Salah, Liverpool would have won the semi-finals last year, I think Salah would have won as well. Actually, so
yeah, I believe so.
yeah,
I believe so. Yeah.
likely. So, but also you have to understand the Ballon d'Or is very biased because it's first nominated by French journalists and then by FIFA certified journalists the second round. So that's why we get it that kind of system. I mean, like we know a lot of players we're supposed to win never won it, like Frank Ribery famously. When he won everything and he didn't got it as well. And so, but it's good to know that a non-superstar, I don't think he's a superstar as well. It's just like...
Yeah, I agree. I actually agree. I agree. Ousmane Dembele. Yeah. I mean, well, he's a known player. I mean, he's a good player. He's a very good player, right? But and for a player with that sort, I think to win it, I think it's marvelous. It's nice to see a different face altogether in the sense of like, I mean, the longest years, we all know who dominated lah. So the obvious
that's a different story lah.
Yeah, it's a whole different story altogether.
That's a
right?
whole different story.
But it's nice, right? So at least it's a whole breed of players, which is
very
nice. Which is a
inspirational
nice
too.
Yeah.
Very
yeah, that's good, man. So
Yeah.
right, Sharif is just going through some connection issues, and hope he'll be fine. So apologies to all our viewers. Yeah. So moving on, guys. I know it was last week. We didn't have the liberty of time to cover the last week's Champions League matches, right? So we had Newcastle against Barcelona. And
that was massive.
Kevin, help me recall, Liverpool played who in the Champions League last week?
Madrid.
Atletico Madrid.
Right, yes.
Yep.
And of course, as you know,
Diego Simeone's Atletico Madrid.
Yes.
Oh,
and of course, although we are missing Kugan, whom we did ask what is his expectation on the last week's Champions League match, and he clearly said it's a win lah. So
To win the Champions League or to win the match?
No match. To win Champions League, that one you must wait. That one we see whether they come in second or we don't know. So however, well predicted. Yep, it was an easy win lah. Let's put it that way. And Kuhan, 2 world-class goals from Marcus Rashford, man.
Yeah, I mean,
tell us.
I watched the match, but let me just recap. So a lot of the fan base, when you go through the forum and everything, they thought that we're gonna rout Barcelona like what we did to PSG 2 seasons ago. But but when I watched the match, I knew how Newcastle was set up. They set up pretty well. Should have went 2-0 up early on. Rashford was not having a good game at all, except for the 2 goals. He was not having a good game at all. It was a case where I think prior to the goal, we had Barnes missing, and then we had Gordon miss-kicking the ball coming in. Ilanga had a very, very good game. Yes. It was nice to make Barcelona run for the ball and move with pace, with intensity. And well, there were a lot of attendance as well. Rafa Benitez was in attendance.
Yeah. I noticed that. Yeah.
Faustino Asprilla was there. But the second goal killed us actually. I think when he scored that goal, it was a brilliant goal. I mean, like it is superb goal. But
no, you were saying. No, I was just going to touch a bit on Marcus Rashford.
Before the first goal entered, see, this is a problem actually. Fabian Schär, the Newcastle defender, got smacked in the face. The ball hit in his face. And then 2 minutes later, he went to the pitch back and he conceded that goal. Because to be fair, Newcastle don't concede much by header because the height and physicality.
Yep.
So that one may or may not have contributed is the second story. But when we bring in Walter and you could see the link-up play and we scored against Barcelona. On another day, the results may be different. And I'm kind of glad. I would think that the results is good. Because the last time when we played PSG 2 seasons ago, that game gave us a high, a very good high, that there is a big expectation that the team has to perform well in Champions League. So they draw with Milan first 2 seasons ago, then they played PSG and beat them, and then they lost to Dortmund, they draw to Dortmund, and then they draw to PSG again.
Right.
And we got 4th place and then done. We just cannot. But here, it's bringing back to reality. And I have to say, there is a difference. The difference is the experience of the players. Frankie de Jong and Pedri were amazing, actually, the way they played and controlled. Two different styles, but wow, MU miss Frankie de Jong, man. Imagine him being that. That is like amazing stuff. Rafinha is from Leeds as well. Rafinha is amazing.
Yep.
I never seen him.
Yep.
I mean, like it's really good to watch all of them play. And Barcelona was the team. I think they are genuinely favorites, and let's hope Newcastle will get out of the group stages.
Right, that's hope, man. I think it was yeah. Go ahead, man.
Speaking about Rafinha, I mean his performance increased. I think tenfolds after he left Leeds, and yeah, he was an actually eye warmer to watch at EPL. But when he moved to Barcelona, wow, different level, man.
Yeah, I mean,
exactly.
I think Rafinha is in the list of 30 people in the Ballon d'Or. I think.
Oh, he's in the list, huh?
He's number 5th, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because as I said, ever since he moved out of the Premier League, Spanish football suited him very well. And
or maybe he was just good, but then the Premier League, and he was not in the greatest Leeds team. He was in I like that the Argentinian coach. I just can't remember the name for the life of it. Actually, when they got relegated, the Argentinian coach will sit down.
Marcelo Bielsa.
Yes, I like him,
So,
and I think that he was good in Leeds. I just think in Barcelona it was like, I mean, come on. I mean, to be fair, Marcus Rashford is still second fiddle to Yamal Lamine.
Yes,
He's still
and
okay.
So I was about to touch that, right? So I think he has stepped up. I would like to think in absence of
Rashford?
in absence of Lamine Yamal, and I don't know. I mean, it's a start it's maybe a new beginning.
I would
don't
disagree.
know.
He
You
was
think?
He was official man of the match, I think.
Yeah,
But
he was.
throughout the game, other than the 2 goals, he was terrible against Kieran Trippier.
non-existent, yeah. Like
It was not. Krita had him in his pocket, actually. And the 2 goals were coming not from the left wing. One was just like he drifted into the center. Another one was from the right hand side, actually.
But
So
I mean, but I mean, speaking of the goals, I think it's a sort of like a confidence build. Maybe I don't know. And being man of the match, I think, for that game as well. But
he officially was the man of the match, but I think the real man of the match for me was Pedri. Because the way it is not easy to handle a Newcastle midfield with Joelinton, Bruno Gomes, and Sandro Tonali. It's not easy.
Yep.
I mean, like coming from
man.
I would safely say that Newcastle has probably the top 3 best midfield players in the Premier League, actually. So that 3 of them, I mean, just the 3 of them. So they had to cope with them, and Pedri and De Jong was amazing. I mean, how they
on that note,
yeah.
on that note also, I mean, Newcastle, to me, I think they have improved tremendously this past few years. And to me personally, I feel like they could easily be the top 6, or if not the top 5 teams in the Premier League. But against Barcelona, my God, I was really amazed with the way they played, especially Murphy, Gordon. I was honestly surprised, how they contained Barcelona's attack, and if Yamal was there, it could have been a different story because he's an out-and-out attacker, he could dribble past anyone. But I felt like this 2-1 loss, it's still a lot of, things Newcastle can get out of it and, just keep on improving, which is amazing.
I agree. I completely agree. But I think also now what we have is squad depth, and it's showing. But we don't have. You see, like if I watch the game, and I hate to say this now, if we have a striker which knows the system, like the previous person, I can't remember his name, we would have finished the game. Actually, I think. That could be the difference. So we now have to start back on integrating the attacking part.
Exactly. I mean, Visa and Walter I mean, they still need time to come in and gel with the squad. Yeah, but Walter it was also quite impressive, actually. His movement.
Just one short question to you. I mean, do you think that they can apply? I mean, Newcastle, can they apply the same style of playing against uh, Barcelona in the EPL? Do you think that will actually work?
No, that's why we want to go and talk about the Brentford game. Actually, I mean the Bournemouth game. Sorry, not the Brentford game. The Bournemouth game.
Bournemouth,
Yeah,
yeah.
and that's why we want to. I mean, if you want to segue, we can segue. But I think we can segue, right?
No, because why did I actually impose this question was, I mean, when I watched the match, it was a totally different Newcastle team there.
Which one? The Bournemouth game?
No, when they were against Barcelona, it was as though they were playing with a very different style than they usually play in the EPL.
No, that is how they play. They play 4-3-3. That is the team which as I said on their day Newcastle can beat any team. That's the team which turned up actually. So
Right.
that is the style they play. But the problem is you cannot maintain that style for every game. So during their first Champions League with Eddie Howe, they had massive amount of injury. I think we finished like 9th place or something like that. So
wow.
much of injury
Okay.
problems, massive, because no squad depth. So when the last season we had no Europe, which is great actually, because we
Right.
didn't want Europa or conference. Although you can win it, but then your league position will be bad. So last season or so, again towards the end of the season, after that Carabao win, there was a dip in performance because you cannot maintain that intensity, and you don't have the players as well
Okay.
to maintain. So they can't do it all the time. So that is where now this season is where I think Eddie Howe is experimenting. We shall talk about the Bournemouth game.
Right. Fair enough.
right.
Thanks, man.
All right. Very quickly on last week's Champions League and what we want to expect for this coming. Yeah, man. And coming soon. I think this week there will also be there's a game this week as well. I didn't look at the fixtures yet, but
Carabao Cup
Liverpool
week this week actually.
right.
Carabao.
So Liverpool and Atletico Madrid. Kev, I mean, yeah, you know what a game, right? What a game! What a winner
game.
from
game.
from Van Dijk.
There's
man.
always
What a
drama when it
winner.
comes to these two teams playing.
Oh, Atletico, man. What a team, man. What a team.
And you see, it's like how it's like I think we were speaking about this previously also, right? That that how no matter what said and done also, right? Liverpool still does find a way to win.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, they still find a way to win, you know. So, I mean, you criticize all you want, right? In the sense of, I mean, of course, equally, we all also have had our fair share of you know, whatever we have criticized and like, you know, oh, like this and like that and all that, right? But yeah, I really got to give it to Liverpool. I think was a good performance lah. At least, you know, finally getting that win right against Atletico and all that. And I think
So Atletico is a tough team for Liverpool. Liverpool kryptonite is Atletico, as far as I know actually.
Yeah, it's a good team for us.
Diego
I
Simeone's
mean,
team.
exactly.
Right.
I mean, just to review the game, it's not an easy team to play, and again, a game of two halves. I mean, for Liverpool, it's always been like that for every single game of two halves. They start strong, they attack, get some early goals if they be able to finish it off. But then come second half, that's it. You know, the morale starts to slow down. You know, they tend to lose possession easily, and that's how the team comes back. And Llorente, I mean, his finishing was really good. Brought the team back.
Yep.
But
Correct.
I mean, one thing everyone is saying this is what champions are made of, right? They say that always find a winner, but for how long? I mean, how long this is they're gonna ride their luck? There's going to come a time where they wouldn't be able to find even to take a point if they keep on playing like this. They just have to kill the games off, early. But thankfully, we managed to do it. Van Dijk rose above everyone else, and that was amazing.
So so
That
speaking,
was definitely not an easy game.
it wasn't. It wasn't.
well, the fact that
On and off
that,
pitch.
Callum
Yeah,
Gallagher
exactly.
was playing,
Conor
and I think
Gallagher,
was Simeone's son playing too?
I
Simeone's son
can't recall.
Was it? No, I'm
Cannot
not
His
recall.
son
sure.
is playing. His son is playing for Atletico, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know if he's
Yeah,
still
like-
playing
like-
there. I'm not sure. I
think
mean,
he's
I
playing.
didn't see
think
the
he's
team sheet.
Okay, Kevin, I want to know how did that Newcastle player, former one, I can't remember his name. How did he play? He started, I think.
Forgotten already, Yeah, Isak.
Yeah.
Actually,
Isak.
when
Isak.
Wow. Just because already left Newcastle, now forgot the name.
Come on, it's like everything in life, right? Once you go, you have forgotten. No,
Yeah, so
honestly,
Um,
I have not seen him play yet, but I think that he's still not adjusting to the
I
team
mean,
yet. Huh?
well,
no,
I mean,
no,
of
not
course
yet.
he's
I
not
mean,
playing. He
yeah.
hasn't been playing since Newcastle.
No, he started in this
I
game.
mean, yeah, of course he
Yeah,
did not
yeah,
watch Isak play because he wasn't playing until with all that fiasco and he left to Liverpool. Then he
That's
featured.
true.
So
yeah.
yeah, go
No,
ahead,
but
man. Go
Issa,
ahead,
I
Kevin.
mean,
You were
yeah, he
saying?
started the game, but he was, I mean, not his usual self during his time in Newcastle. I mean, it's a new team, new style of playing, and Ekitike, is doing quite well. So I think there's a lot of pressure on him,
Yeah, I think.
Yep.
and especially with that amount of money, 150
Yep.
million pounds,
Yep.
it's a
But he
lot,
has to perform though. He has to be scoring
Exactly,
because big price tag. Yeah.
Yeah, and Champions League
So,
football
but
ain't easy. So, but I mean, yeah, it'll
especially
take some
against
time.
Atletico.
It'll take some time, but I feel for now, I mean, as a Liverpool fan, I still feel, Ekitike should start, because he's been doing very well, and then slowly bring Isa in the team. And once both of them start firing on all cylinders, that is just for slots headache to try to rectify. I don't know what he's going to do, but it's good to have these two strikers. So,
Yep.
thanks, Newcastle.
But I think Liverpool outstanding player for this season, I think, is Gravenberg.
Graven Birch. Yep. Birch or
Definitely.
Graven
I would
Birch
say
or Graven
Gravenberg is
Birch. I
the,
don't know.
the first, and Soberslai as well. But Gravenberg, I tell you, he's really
Gravenberg
good.
is the one
He's
which,
one of the top
eye-catching,
three
actually.
midfielders in the world right now.
So
Yeah.
which leads us to the Merseyside Derby. Yeah, I mean, kudos Liverpool. Once again, I don't know. I mean, I might cause a stir by saying this again. Yeah, they found a way. I mean, of course, I think they were already leading 2-0.
Yeah,
Then
again,
Everton
game of
scored,
two
right?
halves. Yeah.
Yeah, a good game of two halves. I don't know. I mean, for me, what I observe, I mean, of course, look, man, Liverpool being Liverpool. So we are talking along the lines, Gravenberg. Sorry if I'm not sure how you exactly pronounce his name, right? Guys, marvelous, man. What a player,
Yep.
man. So, I mean, the person who
Think over
scored
the
and he
people, Salah's
assisted.
assist. Yeah.
So for those who are playing Fantasy Premier League, if you all had Gravenberg, good for y'all lah. And then, I like his link up play with Soboslai and McAllister as well. That kind of gave that dominance, right? Of course, y'all were talking about Ekitike as well.
And this was against a good Everton side, huh?
I agree.
no
I was
doubt.
about to
Yep.
say that as
It's a
well,
good
right?
Everton side. Yeah.
And so I mean, early. I would like to think what I also observed very early control, right? So they were going guns blazing from the start itself. Within within 20 or 30 minutes,
10 minutes,
20
10
minutes. Yeah. 15,
two
20 minutes.
goals
Yeah.
in like about
Two goals,
there,
okay.
no. So and of course, looking at the squad, I mean, clear cut squad depth as well. Like actually with Isak and Verts, I think
No. Sorry, squad depth. Okay.
squad depth. Talking about squad depth. So I think
Yeah.
they came off the bench. I think there were who's this Verts, Curtis Jones came in and also
Yep.
Isak came in as well,
Curtis
right? From the
Jones.
bench. So it's
Yep.
so
Oh,
on
that's
that
Verts.
good. It's quite good to see how Liverpool is, right? But of course, not to discount Everton as well. So I think
Jack Grealish is amazing in Everton.
exactly. I was about to say,
Yeah, I
right?
Yeah.
feel like he has
Oh,
balanced
man.
the team
On fire.
perfectly, with this introduction of Jack Grealish in the team. Everton is like perfectly balanced from the attacking
proper team
point
now,
of view.
actually.
Yeah.
Can-
Proper actually.
can
So
compete.
and
Very scary though.
yeah, and the second that goal came in second half, I think. And wow,
Second half,
they
agree.
responded, man. They responded very well.
Yep,
So
yep.
I don't know. That's just some of my talking points on that.
I
I
think
don't know about you.
when they go to Everton, I think it's not going to be an easy game for Liverpool for sure. Another thing, the first half performance, there's no words, and also words didn't play.
Correct.
I think words is the biggest bluff of
Yep.
Premier League. I have not seen him play well for
Yeah.
Liverpool.
For now, I
I'm
agree.
not-
I mean,
Like,
it's
yeah,
still
I mean, like,
another.
I've not seen him play well.
In reference to
I am
Sharif.
shocked to say that the only team I saw him play against was for Germany, and that also that one game. The previous game was bad, and that free kick. And seriously, I think he's going to join that list of German flops which came to Premier League.
I hope not, but it's looking like that. I mean, very slow
It's looking
start
like
to
that.
the
It's looking like
to the
that.
league. quite disappointing
Yeah.
seeing him
And
play.
what was Florian Wirtz's fee? They paid 100 and what? 100,
I think 120.
100 million.
100.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's. I mean,
It's a huge
look,
fee as well.
again lah, new league lah. So I just
No,
give him a bit of.
that's the thing. It's like a new league, and you are. I feel. I think you still have to perform because you
Yep,
are
that's
there
true.
in the team.
Yep,
And
yep.
I think you see, Liverpool started with what Slobsly and McAllister and Gravenberch. Compared to him, he's not the creative player.
But
So,
it's perfectly
but then they
balanced
played
because that's how
well.
they used to play, these three. Previously, Sobersign
Yeah.
always a right back. So now they brought him back in midfield. So it was,
But-
it was a perfect,
Yeah,
And-
but also you have to understand, Liverpool had this problem with Thiago Alcantara as well. Thiago Alcantara was a world-class midfielder who's this creative talent, but he didn't do well for Liverpool. He scored a couple of goals, but he was the player I was most excited about because I mean, the Premier League will finally see this world-class midfielder, which is him actually, and he came and he didn't really spark. Again, did well for Bayern Munich, Bundesliga. So that's the thing. Maybe.
I don't know, let's see.
And,
Give him some time.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know if I dare say this. I might stir up Liverpool fans. Sorry, Kevin.
It's okay, man.
Salah was a bit quiet in the second half. After that assist, I don't know if I dare say this.
He was missing actually.
He was MIA for a while.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened, right? So I
I
think
think Salah is already reaching his peak
You
and
think?
finish it.
You
I mean, not
think?
finish.
I mean, not finished. Sunsetting.
Sunsetting. I mean,
Sunsetting, yes.
okay, how I would equate it with how Ryan Giggs was for MU, and then like at some point, slowly, he can play, can do well occasionally, and everything can start, but you won't get that prime player.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
he's
won't
not
get
at
that
his
anymore.
peak best at the moment, but I mean, look at the goal against Atletico Madrid. I know he the 1-2 with Gravenberch, and so and he scored. That reminded me a lot of the Watford and the Everton goal, I think 3 seasons ago, where he was so eager to go in the box, and dribble, and I didn't see that for the past 2 seasons. But I saw that in the Atletico game. So I feel, yes, I mean, like, sunsetting, age catching up.
Sunsetting. I mean, he's 33 now, and
But
if
still
you are
very important to the
33,
squad.
Of course, okay, I'm not saying it's not important. I'm just saying that you cannot expect him to be that prime Salah.
No.
You see, the problem is he is a pacey player, and pacey players come to a certain age, you cannot be pacey anymore. Actually, it's very. It is life, actually. So it's. I think it's towards the sunsetting lah. I mean, they should have sold him lah to
correct.
Saudi.
No,
I mean, he's got some goals and records to catch, man.
I think maybe that's the plan, guys.
He is looking
the
to,
all-time Premier League scorer.
What
I know.
record? What record?
I mean, to catch the all-time Premier League scorer, he's I think the top 5 in the
they get a
list.
ton of penalties,
Alan
it's
Shearer
possible
cannot
lah.
touch her. Alan Shearer cannot touch her.
Alan
But
Shearer is a different league.
he's trying to creep up the list for sure.
Liverpool.
Salah.
True.
He is Liverpool record top scorer, right?
Yeah.
Record top scorer, the Premier League, I think number
but I
5.
think
so.
maybe-
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
I think
Sharif.
I think maybe that's the plan, is it? I think that's where they got this all these mega stars, like all the Isaks, the Etike, and all those. Florian Wirtz. It's not for this
Yeah,
season.
they need to compensate.
I do believe it's not for this season. And I
for the
think
future.
building up
this is
the
where
team,
team like
the team
Liverpool
for
and
Salah's
City.
departure.
Correct. They team like Liverpool and City, they can get away with these players. I remember last time Foden as well, Jack Grealish as well, right?
Yep.
When City bought even
Foden.
Doku as well, right?
Right.
Kevin De Bruyne
Good
as well.
stuff, man. So
It's-
once again, I mean, it was quite of a good win. Although the second half looked quite shaky, and although Everton tried to, I mean, they were showing signs like they were
No,
going to
Everton
come back.
is good.
Yeah,
David
yeah.
Moyes is a fantastic manager, just underutilized in some clubs.
All right, so there were great talking points, on the Merseyside Derby over the weekend. And of course, well, as much as whatever we have shared amongst ourselves, I would like to hear from the viewers, So for those who have tuned in, do drop us your thoughts and comments on maybe areas that probably we missed. We missed out. Like maybe you give us a different point of view and all that, and which will be very helpful as well. At the end of the day, of course, as much as banters are banters, we encourage that as well. However, guys, just drop your notes, man. We want to just keep this all engaging, right? So at the end of the day, we are just among us as friends, and we are also football fans at the end of the day. So moving on, guys. Right, the next one, since we have our Newcastle supporter, a goalless draw lah, Kuhan. Newcastle against Bournemouth. What happened, man? What happened, lah, bro?
I first of all, for those who don't know, Eddie Howe has never won against his former club. Like ever.
You just reminded me. Yeah.
Eddie Howe is Mr. Bournemouth. He brought them from fourth tier of English football to the Premier League. And even in the stadium, there is pictures of him and Callum Wilson all together. Still there, existing now. He's a club legend over there. So Bournemouth is one of these. They only lost unluckily against Liverpool on the first game, and they have went on winning the last 3 games. So they are very much on form. And Newcastle, they did 7 changes. There was no Bruno Gomes, there was no Joelinton. So it was they played with 3 at the back. They followed the 3-5-2 formation, and Bournemouth is Newcastle boogie team. So they always struggle against Bournemouth. I mean, so getting a draw in an away game, for me, it was a good results. And the fact that we can show squad depth. So you have to understand now, just give you an example. For the last 3.5 seasons, Bruno Gomes has only missed 6 Newcastle games.
Okay.
That is not a good thing. That is not a good thing.
Okay.
Yeah, because you will get so much injuries and all these things. And he just came back from playing his qualifiers in Bolivia. So Bolivia is this high altitude place that the air pressure is very thin, so you have to use a lot of energy and everything, and you need recovery time. And he came, he played the match against Wolves, and then he played Barcelona straight away. So you had to give him the rest. So I think it's fine. Defensively, we were very good. We had the Rolls Royce back, Sven Botman. His nickname is the Rolls Royce. And Waldemar had a terrible game because he was getting fouled left, right, and center. Supposed to get a penalty. His shirt was stuck. They didn't give him because the way he fall was awkward and things like that. And I think Malik Chow played well as well, although he got lucky by not getting the red card. You see, thank God Sharif is not here. You see, I don't really like. I don't really like Nick Pope. Okay, for the longest of time.
Okay, why? Why you?
I feel he's terrible with his feet.
Okay,
he's terrible with his feet. Yeah. So, but the thing is that because I feel that with the way Newcastle played, that you need to have a ball playing goalkeeper. So I'm kind of glad they got Aaron Ramsdale. But a lot of people, some of my friends, including Sharif, they made me realize that Nick Pope is pretty good in stopping corners and crosses and organizing the defense and shot stopping, and he's a very good basic goalkeeper. so which is good to have. And I think another thing what Newcastle is learning is to not treat every game with a lot of intensity, like how they did with Liverpool, like you go like gung ho like that. So they know that Bournemouth is a team in form, and getting a draw against your boogie team in an away match, I think it's a valuable point. I don't know whether there were a lot of fans which were unhappy that we should have, go win and everything. Yeah.
When you speak about Nick Pope, right? I think in that match against Bournemouth, I think there were couple of pretty big saves he has made as well. I mean, don't you think?
The free kick, yeah, that was.
I think Tyler Adams, I think, who took the free kick or something like that, where he denied it as well. And then sorry, Kluivert, Justin Kluivert. Sorry, Justin Kluivert's late free kick as well. And yeah, I mean, quite a good save.
But he scored a hat trick last season against Newcastle. So,
against Nick Pope.
So that is how
against Nick Pope.
Against Nick Pope, yeah. So okay. So that is how it's. I mean, one thing good about this season is Newcastle is going back to the basics. Is they are making themselves hard to beat actually. So I mean, I don't know whether we should be doing that, but there are teams which are doing that now, depending on the game and everything. I mean, like City did it. I mean, for last 2 games they were sitting back and they were counter attacking and all these things. All and so Arsenal to a certain extent. So we don't know whether it's match to match or now. I think because Eddie Howe, though he's a good manager, he's not a worldly. I mean, manager. That means he's this is his second European campaign. I mean, you compare that with Klopp and Slot and what is this Pep. All of them have proper Champions League managerial stuff. So experience. So they know how to play squad rotations. And Newcastle had never had squad rotation until now. So I don't know. Let's see how it goes actually. But I'm pretty happy with the point.
Okay, I think it was a well-deserved point, lah.
Yeah, and,
it was
and,
well
to also, and to also add on, I think Botman was somebody that we could see actually signing during the match. Botman as well as Hall and also Burn. Yeah, these three players were the ones that actually caught my eye. They were working their ass off. Right?
I mean, Botman is. I think Botman is our most expensive that defender, that classy defender. Which Botman, okay, to quote unquote, Botman is our Van Dijk.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's Botman was injured for I think almost like 1.5 season or something like that.
He was
so. Yeah, and then Burn was our left back, full left back.
Correct.
For Luis Hall. I mean, he still does it. I mean, the game against Bournemouth, there was Luis Hall who's doing overlapping. These two are also doing overlapping. Left center back. So there's two left back on top. I don't know how they are playing it. It's like, so it was nice because Dan Burn is a Newcastle born and bred. So it's nice to see him having captain armband. So yeah, the game was pretty draped. The XG was terrible, and So.
And speaking of which, I mean, coming from a goalless draw, you guys will be going against Arsenal.
I think we have a Carabao Cup. I think tomorrow.
This weekend, this coming weekend.
Weekend,
Newcastle will be playing against Arsenal, who...
Well, if you want to win the title, you have to beat Newcastle. It's very simple.
Yeah, exactly.
Where? St. James Park.
Right, man. Good.
I think so. St. James's Park.
St. James Park.
I mean,
so Arsenal is playing away.
Home and away, you have to beat... I mean, Arsenal has to beat Newcastle. I mean, they are struggling against... I think Newcastle is their boogie team. So let's see this weekend.
Won't be easy for them though.
Yeah, exactly. So of course, so speaking of Arsenal, whom Newcastle will be facing next, right? So as we're going to talk about, I'm not sure, guys, you all tune in or watch the Arsenal and City game. Okay. Yep. So your thoughts, man?
It's a very weird Pep Guardiola. We see Pep Guardiola, they are properly doing a transition actually. They are Kusanov and a few other players. Doku is, I think Pep Guardiola learned that not allowing Jack Grealish to shine, and now Doku is doing a lot of individual work. So that's that. And then Haaland played well as well. So they are they set back because I don't think it's a team where... It's still a very young team, relatively young team actually. You don't have the senior players and everything, and they were a bit drapey. And the criticism is that they said Arsenal should have pushed for it. So, but at the same time, I don't know, it just didn't work out until the last minute.
Yeah, I can agree with you as well, right? Because, I mean, of course, despite Haaland scoring that early goal, I mean...
They parked the bus.
Exactly, and they limited City's chances. Well, Raj, I don't know if you pulled out any stats on that game or not, lah. It's okay if you didn't.
I mean, speaking about stats, that's where I come in. They were tense, they were tense. But when you see statistically, right. So both the teams had only 2 shots on goal.
Yep.
Which actually forced their keepers to save.
So, XG was very low. So.
Yeah, very low. Raya had two saves under his belt, and also Don Rama, he had only 2. So it was very tense. They were attacking all out, but on goal, both of them were still lacking that actual chances
That
to be
that
created.
chance, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
so it was all kicking around, running around, a very coordinated match, but the
Not a classic club.
chances, not a classic
Yep.
one, yes. The
Yep.
chances towards goal, basically both Don Rama and also Raya were having a very gala
Yeah, so I
time,
think,
yeah.
so in reference to what you were saying as well, Raj, I think a number of missed opportunities as well, lah. So for Arsenal, what Trossard,
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 Yeah,
as we got
Trossard.
Madueke,
Yes.
Subimendi, all had
Madueke
chances.
played well.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, the one who didn't get the chance was Victor Gyökeres lah. I mean, like, I don't
Gyökeres.
know.
If you want to go there, right? So another pretty quiet. Is it a pretty quiet night?
He is also going in the list of Bundesliga.
He was inside somebody's pocket that night. It was very, very simple. Because if you see his stats, his touches on the ball was only five. It was only 5.
And you could see he's not matured.
Yeah, he's still not very apt.
You can't say he's not. You cannot say he's not mature.
I think
We shall rephrase that. He's not matured in the EPL. I mean, Arsenal.
No. Okay, that's what I meant actually. I mean, it's either they find a way to play with him, or it is very weird because you see he just wasn't there.
Exactly. He was in somebody's pocket because he could not find.
And he's supposed to save Arsenal, huh?
And that is the point. He could not save himself. He could not find space for himself. So when he could not find space, somebody found a space in their pocket and placed him in there.
That was good.
Oh man, yeah, but what's a good point there, right? Then and another thing as well, I noticed. I could be wrong by saying this lah. When you see when you talk about substitutions, the timing of substitutions in a match that also plays a part, right?
Yeah,
of course.
I'm not sure about.
Eze.
Yeah, okay. I mean, put him aside. Like for instance, like you see that Spanish player, Merino, Mikel Merino, and Noni Madueke was. I don't know. Do you think he was sub early, or at halftime? They were both taken out at halftime, right? So I'm not sure. Was that
I think
an area where Arteta could have kind of like get a bit more from them or squeeze them out? I don't know.
I would actually take it out from there, because Naviri wasn't given the chance to shine even before he got fully warmed up. He was taken out because if you see his XG was very, very low. He had very minimum touches. I think less than 3, if I'm not mistaken. And by the time he could read the match and get himself into place, he was actually taken out. So it was not quite fair on his side. Should have been given a bit more play time to showcase something.
And, despite saying that, of course, City coming from, I don't know, you want to blame it on fatigue lah, tired and all that stuff from players.
No
right?
lah, they are so used to it lah.
I know, right? But you see, they came from, a good win. City played Napoli.
Napoli,
They won 2-0. And Pep, fielded. And despite that, he fielded an unchanged 11.
Unchanged squad, yeah.
Yeah.
Unchanged squad, So, of course, well, on a good note, it almost paid off, lah. They would have come back. They would have left Emirates with a win. But but you can tell. But there were a lot of signs on fatigue. I don't know. I could be wrong by saying this, but
Arsenal also played Champions League. I think. Did they?
They did, right?
Yeah.
Yes, but there were. I believe Arsenal did rotate or change some players and all that.
I think it's the same. This is their first level.
I can't recall, right? So, but anyway,
Saliba and Gabriel, they are playing. So it's a big
exactly.
game for them. The thing is that I think the biggest signing Arsenal made this season is Eze because of the directness he has, man. Who would have pumped the ball like that? And Martinelli finally finished something brilliant.
He's been doing it for the past 2 games,
But of course, to sum that up as well, I think Martinelli. What a goal he
Saw the
scored,
pass.
man.
I'm not sure which was better, the pass or the finish.
Exactly. And
I felt the assist was better actually. Yeah.
wow, what a goal lah.
I think I felt the finish is better because against Donnarumma, man, a giant of a man, who would do that?
Exactly. So
But for
and
you
and
to
most
actually finish that way, you actually needed
and
a world class assist as well. So yeah,
Yeah, that
they
was
both
a
came
good
in
yeah,
one
hand
as
to
well.
hand.
Yep.
And it's
exactly,
Of
coming
man.
course,
course.
What
came in
an
hand to hand.
and the
assist,
assist
man.
is coming from a former Arsenal reject.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
That makes it
Exactly.
sweeter, you know. So
Correct.
Yeah.
Assist was brilliant, man. And
Yep, yep.
yeah, and yeah. I mean, when you were talking about stats, lah, just now, Raj as well. So it's like Arsenal held most of its possession. I
oh
would like to
yes,
think. I think it's
yes,
about
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, they had
They
sixty-seven
were
most
percent,
possession.
sixty-five. Yeah, they were
65,
they were
67. Yeah.
at time at 65% controlling
Yeah,
the
man.
game. You know.
So which is good, right? I mean, sorry, you were
I want
saying.
to add one more. The best part is Eze didn't start in the wing. He played in the middle.
Middle. Yeah.
Was it
Yeah.
in absence of
Odegaard.
I
Odegaard?
think they removed
Yeah,
Marino, I think.
or something. Right. I can't recall when he came in the game and all that. But yeah, I mean, kudos meant to both teams. I mean, despite their City's unchanged side for 3 game weeks and whatnot, 3 game weeks and whatnot, and coming back with 1 point each. I think it's a good result, lah.
They're giving more
It's a good
chance to
result, lah.
Liverpool to run away with the title.
5 points. And I think, I mean, so correct me if I'm wrong, but Saka entered the game, right? Saka, I think he's back from
Yeah, he's back. He's
injury,
back.
Yeah, he's
right?
back.
So I
He's
think
back.
that would be
Yeah.
a plus point for Arsenal
So
moving forward.
yeah,
I
so
want to ask
that's
you all a question. I want to ask all of you all a question. How do you rate Saka?
Oh,
Saka,
to me,
you
he's
want
world
you want
class.
me to rate him
To me.
in Malay?
To you, why?
Me, world class.
why.
Yeah.
Kevin,
Why
Kevin.
world class?
Oh, I mean, look at him play. I mean, he's good with the ball. He's good with the feet. He's good at finding passes. And he's good with his position. I mean, this guy. I feel Arsenal without him is just missing a certain part. Yes, you have Madueke, you have Eze right now,
Yeah.
but Saka, it's I think to me is considered world class for me, because
So
it's
I
just
have a
the
question.
style of play.
I have a question for you again. Would you replace Saka with Salah?
I would.
You hesitated.
I would, because I was actually thinking of what was the other guy? I prefer Foden, but
The Foden
I
plays
mean,
well centrally. He's not a winger.
yeah, centrally, but he just drifts to the left, and
He
I
drifts
mean,
to the left more, yeah.
so I would prefer him, but obviously we're not going to get him. So maybe
No, not gonna
Saka
happen,
definitely,
actually.
Saka will never happen as well. But yeah, if that were to happen, if someone I'll definitely take it.
There was this Arsenal TV. These guys are huge actually. They did this question. I think if it's not them, it's someone else. They asked Arsenal fans, "You'd win the league, but then you lose Saka in that season. The following season, which one would you choose?" And the amount of hesitation the fans have was like
Oh,
incredible. Actually,
wow.
yeah.
Serious.
Serious,
Now, I would like to know what Kogan has to say in the comments, please.
So I think
Oh
they all
yeah,
love
man.
Saka.
Actually, yeah.
They all
Thanks
love
for
Yeah,
highlighting
Kogan.
that.
Kogan, if you're watching this, please let us know. Well, I mean,
Not if lah,
uh,
when he's watching it.
when
Yes,
he's watching it,
lah.
yeah, please let us know.
I feel that Saka has not been the player which Arsenal used to have, the Henrys and the Sanchez and the Van Persies. It's not like, I mean, to have Saka as your only superstar, or not the only, they have many superstars, but Saka is like the number one star because maybe it's Arsenal, London boy. Yeah, I feel that it's a bit like not so.
But I think this also gives Arteta a good chance for him to bench Saka at times, as and when needed. Considering the amount of seasons that Saka was like, he's like,
Yeah.
I don't know, like in my eyes. I mean, there were probably a sort of like a deputy to him. But the thing is, out of, I don't know, like just a random ratio, right? Out of 10 games, he's starting 9. So
Yeah, he
he's
always
a
plays, yeah.
exactly. So in the name of consistency, yeah, I mean, of course, Saka has been, Saka lah. Let's put it that way, right? I mean, what I was trying to say is, at least it gives some degree of rotation lah for Arteta, which he kind of solved that part. So it's like I don't know. This is how I see it, right? But again, I could be wrong also by saying this, right? That
Yeah, I mean,
hey,
Madueke is his direct substitute, right? I didn't like Madueke as well in Chelsea, and he was linked with Newcastle, and I was like, no, the optics is not good.
yeah,
But then in Arsenal,
I mean,
it's impressive.
but the thing is, it was similar when Madueke. I mean, when Arsenal was targeting him, and they eventually signed. Even the Arsenal fans were questioning.
The Arsenal fans were not happy. What the hell?
They were not, but hey, but I mean, the guy has got he's quite impactful, man.
Yeah,
Quite impactful, really. Yeah, really.
Yes.
So
He
on
played
that,
well for England too.
exactly for England as well. So
against
yeah,
Liverpool,
so
he
it's
played
nice
quite
to
well.
see two.
Yeah.
Nice to see two Englishmen there at that similar area there as well. So nice to see. Nice to see that, really.
Yeah.
So right, guys, moving on, man, to the this is the part I'm going to leave it to all of you guys. I know. I mean, of course, before we move into this next topic, so for those Arsenal fans, City fans out there, there were talking points we may have missed on how we have observed the game. Guys, drop us your comments. Let us know your thoughts. Share us your views on how or what could have been better with the game and whatnot. Yeah, so feel free, and looking forward to your comments, and to the best I can, I would do my best to respond as well. So moving on, wow, very drama. I don't know want to say drama game. I don't know. It's been a while since I've watched a match that equally both sides receive red cards. Both sides playing 10v10. I don't know. Maybe it's been a while since I seen a match like that, right? So, hey, fire away, man. Manchester United versus Chelsea. What are
The red
your...
card changed the game? No, the first red card.
I agree. Okay, so you're talking about Chelsea's red card.
Yeah. I mean, I think he got in the first 6 minutes, right?
Third or fourth minute. Yeah.
Fifth minute.
Yeah, something like that.
So
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty good MU performance against 10 men. So
That's what he needed.
I mean, let's put things in context. It's not easy to be the 10-man team generally, because everyone will pack the pass and everything. I'm not saying that MU had it easy against Chelsea's 10th man. I mean, I'm saying that 10 men normally they'll pack
Those
the
are
bus
tough
and
games.
be very compressed. So it's very difficult to beat such teams. But I also think Sanchez, I don't know why he came out. Just let it go lah.
Exactly. Yeah. That was
Well,
a bad challenge. Bad decision.
From a goalkeeping standpoint, I think because he was like he already beat the offside sort. Do you want to call it offside trap? I don't know, but that assist that ball came from, who was it? Sesko, if I'm not mistaken.
Sesko.
It came from Sesko, right?
Sesko,
So
yeah.
and wow, already he beat that trap,
Yeah.
So as a keeper, I actually don't blame him for coming out.
Yeah, if he had
I don't
not,
blame him
that
for
would have
coming
been a
out.
goal. Yeah.
But exactly, or not. Or maybe not, right? So
Maybe
it's
not,
he could have just, I mean, Sanchez could have just stood his ground or come out close in that gap, something like that, right? Because why? Because what I noticed was, I could be wrong, Raj. Help me recall back as well.
Sure.
When that assist came from Sesko to Mbeumo, if Robert Sanchez did not come out, but instead kind of closed his gap, and if Mbeumo was looking to make that pass to the left winger, whoever is running, there was nobody there, no.
Nobody.
No one.
Exactly. So
Nobody home.
So it is. I feel this is the part of decision making, lah, from a goalkeeping standpoint, right? So, but I cannot blame him for coming out as well. But unfortunately, he took the player down, lah. So that's a unfortunate,
I mean,
red card.
I mean,
Straight red, man.
it's the start of the match, and pressure is there as well. So
Yes.
I mean, the pressure got the better of him. Yes, as you said, he could have stood his ground, because I mean, Memo had nowhere else to go. He had nobody else to pass to, and then he had to bring the ball one-on-one with the keeper. So things would have gone either way. He could have scored. He would have missed. We do not know. So that is something I think. I think Sanchez, made not to say a grave mistake, but it happened. So
Yeah, lah, happens lah, happens. So
Pressure, pressure gets to you.
I'm quite
Especially
50.
5 minutes into the
50-50
game.
on that lah. So yeah, you and of course, Raj, you also spoke about the the intensity of the game as well, right? So like early on itself,
Yes.
United they were pressing high, they kind of like forced errors as well, and of course that led to the Chelsea's Sanchez's red card lah.
Dismissal,
And
yeah.
and of course, as much as Altay Bayindir gets a lot of stick, equally
did well.
from me as well. Yeah, and before Sesko, it was Bayindir's long pass. Yeah, so it came from Bayindir to Sesko to Mbeumo, and of course Sanchez's red card. And of course to top that up, Bruno Fernandes. A new milestone, yeah. So he scores his 100 goal
100
in
goal.
his 200
200.
Premier League. Yeah, 100
200,
in
yeah.
200.
Not bad, That means
And
like
then
what?
200.
One goal every 2 matches, huh?
Yeah. So look, as much as we all criticize Bruno Fernandes to the best we could, to the worst we did, but I gotta give it to Bruno Fernandes. I think this game he really showed, some good levels of passion and the drive and all that, right?
And he played in the center of the park, in the formation where a lot of MU don't like, the system which a lot of people don't like. I mean, well, against 10 men, but still. It worked.
Okay.
It worked.
So
the goal was good though.
So leading to the 10 man, right? Casemiro gets the red card. Okay, of course,
the
a
goal
second
has been
yellow.
scored.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
second yellow and then led to
Second
the
yellow
red,
card.
right?
But MU
Now-
was leading 2-0 by then, right?
So
Don't
I'm
end,
here. I'm here now, questioning VAR or refereeing decisions, or even let alone VAR decisions, lah. I mean, we're no experts, lah. But
No,
the only thing,
we are experts now. We are having our own podcast.
yeah. I mean, okay, put it that way, lah. I mean, thanks for the compliment. Right?
Fan base expert.
But here, okay. So again, I iterate this, right? Okay, once again, maybe for me, I'm not an expert of the game, but I mean, when it comes to refereeing decisions and let alone VAR decisions and whatnot, right? But consistency, lah. That's all we want. You see, okay, probably point to, I'm not sure you want to debate or talk about the differences and the similarities and all that. So here goes, the similar tackle, so-called tackle that Casemiro, Casemiro's tackle, right? I can't recall what's that young player's name, that he tackled, he brought the player down, right? And received the second yellow. So I think so. Similar to that, Ryan Gravenberch also did that similar tackle to, I can't recall which, was it a Newcastle?
I think, huh?
Yes.
Gordon,
And similar. And hey, guess what? Happy days. The referee just closes an eye once again. So I don't know. These are talking points. You all tell me, man.
I think, you see, VAR is not meant to completely be a flawless, extremely fair refereeing duty. Actually, refereeing has always made mistakes. There were some unintentional bias as well. It's been going on for so long. I don't think that first yellow card was it for dissent. I think he got Casemiro.
Yeah, okay. I can accept the first yellow card. I don't know, Raj, what you think, but I can accept the first yellow card. But when the second yellow card came out, it wasn't a harsh tackle. So, but again, it is what it is, lah. But then again, my point to like kind of like look into consistencies in refereeing decisions, let alone VAR decisions, right?
Yeah.
Because it was very similar. But I would like to think Ryan Gravenberch's one was even more harsh, man. It was more harsh. But hey, guess what? He gets away with no card. Like, what the heck? So
but
Exactly, like
normally
you said,
when you look at the data, normally bigger teams, reigning champions, they tend to get the advantage more often than not. Actually, this. I mean, it's not a big advantage. It's small, but they say that it evens up eventually. That's what they want us to. But you see, like I just want to say this: but I also believe that sometimes referee have their own fairness meter. Like if you go back to the Bournemouth versus Newcastle, there was a point where one of the defenders of Bournemouth will pull Nick Waldemore's shirt twice, and yank him down in the penalty box, but no penalty.
Yeah.
Then the first half. So, and then in the second half, Malik Chiao will do the second bookable offense, which is like a proper professional foul. He was supposed to get red actually, but he didn't get red. I mean, they'd say him a lucky boy or whatnot, but I think the referee realized that he made the mistake in the first half, so he didn't want to punish that player in the second half. So it depends on how you want to view it actually. One way it balances out is kind of fair. Second way is you follow by the book. That means if you mistake that's one incident, forget about it. Now this incident is not a mistake, give the red. So how do you think referee has this bias in them?
No, I mean, when a player is on his first yellow, don't you think you need to be extra careful when you deal with it? Because as you know, any slight judgment could cost him the match totally.
So you're talking about the player should be careful.
No, the referee. Because
Okay.
I mean, players are they are normally careful.
I mean the flow,
balanced.
the flow of
Yeah,
the
in the
game.
flow,
Right?
you cannot be even we when we are doing office
I know.
work,
It
right?
happens, yeah.
Yeah, it happens under pressure. Many things happen. So I mean, this is flow of football. I mean, falls happen. The intensity of the fall depends on how the referee sees it. So when a player is on his on a yellow, I mean, referee has all data saying, okay, this guy is on yellow. Let's take 1 minute pause. Let's go to the VAR. And VAR is not only referee. There is another man in the room who's also
there are
speaking to him.
few men there.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, so they can discuss. It is not only the referee's decision. So to say stress on the referee, pressure on the referee, I don't think so, because he has actually support. He always presses this and chit chats to his own in front of that small monitor. So and then and it is shown in various angles. I mean, they have the luxury that referees those days didn't have. Now it's VAR with a lot of angles. You can see it from various
Yeah, they
angles.
still make the wrong
And
call.
when we viewed that that clips, they still make wrong calls. And for me, that was not a deserving yellow. It was in the spur of moment. So yes,
But it is a
I think
foul.
Matthew, it is a foul.
I mean, it is a foul.
Bookable foul, I doubt it.
Questionable. Yes. It's
I doubt
not
it.
a bookable foul.
I think
Yeah.
what you're trying to say that the referee should have gave this your last chance. Anymore, you're off.
Yeah, I mean, okay,
Maybe,
yeah. I mean,
maybe.
you can take it. You actually bring referees have the call to actually bring up the player and say, look, Mike, this is what is happening. You're already on your yellow, and this is a fall. Last chance for you. Be extra cautious and stuff. But to immediately call it off, saying yellow and off you go is that's a
And
bit-
Casemiro is important player actually.
he
for
was
them.
he was
I mean,
important in that game. Yeah.
Agree. I mean, of course, like in reference to what Kuan you were mentioning just now as well, right? That the 10-man thing and all that, right? This is where I felt that the moment United went down to 10 men,
The game balanced.
it balanced one. The
Yeah.
second thing is, I don't know, I could be wrong, but United felt like they panicked. They
Of
kind of
course,
like
2-0 is not a good scoreline. It's a scary scoreline.
exactly, right? And that's where they look quite shaky. They went down with 10 men, and yeah, that's when you start seeing United suddenly lacking control, and eventually that led to, of course, Chelsea capitalizing lah eventually. So it was a whole different second half. Yeah.
Okay, see, that is where I take captaincy, because it happened at the very end of the half. So they went in for their the dressing room talk and all that during the halftime. Manager coach would have said a lot of things to balance up, but the role drops on the captain. He controls the pitch. Okay, and that is where I think Bruno failed a bit, because MU players were practically running around like headless chickens, trying to defend their very slim margin. The end of the day, their panic slipped, and Chelsea managed to score. And was a good goal.
But that what else you gonna do? You see, you're coming from a position where you're not the most formed team. Confidence is very low. You have to defend the 2-0 goal. There's no question
Yeah.
about that.
Yep.
So
But
but also you have to understand, Chelsea is without their talisman. He
Yes,
came out at
yes,
the
yes,
20th
yes,
minute.
yes.
So
That-
I mean, Palmer came out at what the
half,
20th
half,
minute.
yeah, I
mark,
think about
half mark,
20
yeah,
within
20th
the,
minute.
yeah.
about that.
So I think
Yeah.
he's
Okay,
the
but if you're, I mean, talking about Cole Palmer, right? I think he wasn't fit. He was recovering from an injury, so yeah, so he wasn't fit. So which is fine, lah. Which is fine, right? I mean, there was that substitution. I mean, quite a
but you play
number
with your
of
best player when they're around.
exactly. So, but that thing, of course, the what do you call this? The very early substitution straight away kind of it equally changed the dynamics of Chelsea's game as well, lah. So
No, the red card changed the dynamics, I think, and
yes,
Palmer added even
yes,
more.
correct. So and because
Yeah.
even it's what they I mean, of course, no, everything, a lot of news and social media was going out saying things that of course, Cole Palmer wasn't fit as well, and then yeah, so with all those substitutions lah, so he had to, I mean, of course, maybe coming from Maresca,
Mhm.
he had to, right? He had to make those changes and all that lah. So that's why I was saying earlier, right? The moment United went down to 10 men, Chelsea starts capitalizing and
Yeah, because
and they became more aggressive after that. So yeah.
match even out. But the thing
Mhm.
is that Chelsea should have put in Garnacho.
Ah,
Because you see, it's like I was predicting that one of Garnacho might do well in that game. Actually, I thought so because MU players leave the club, they always do well. I mean, look at Rashford.
Yep.
I mean, so. I was thinking that guy this week. I was thinking the guy this week is going to be Garnacho, who's going to do well, I think. And he didn't feel Garnacho. I think he was protecting or something like that.
yeah, maybe. Yeah, and of course the
Yeah.
fans were chanting.
Yeah.
They bombarded back, man. So that was funny.
Oh,
Man.
I mean, to add on here, I mean, Cohen, Matthew, you guys were saying Chelsea should have, capitalized that. Chelsea had more experience
What do you mean experience?
in terms of running the show with 10 men, because they were down to 10 men at the 5th minute. So they had
so you're talking
they
about
had
the
40
experience
minutes.
okay.
Yeah,
All right.
they
So
had
you're
40
referring to the
minutes
game, okay?
more. They had 40 minutes more experience managing the pitch with
Right,
10 players.
right.
When Manchester came in second half, they were very fresh. They had to adapt, and with a team that
True.
has already adapted with 10 players. Do you see the picture? So they were already in control. They had their formation set up, where else Manchester was trying to adjust a new setup. So you're
But
going
if you're
into a
saying
team.
if you're saying that, you're just trying to say that Ruben Amorim doesn't know how to play with 10 men and is inexperienced.
I've been saying this week in, week out. The
Okay.
formation is not working. So when you lift
It
somebody
worked.
up,
They won. They won.
they won by the thinnest hair or something like they would have lost if we had given another 10
And-
minutes.
And
They
it
would
would
have-
have been a
Chelsea would have
draw.
scored.
I don't know if I dare say it would have been ended in a draw.
Yes,
because
yes.
I mean people were questioning. Okay lah, Sesko was subbed off at the first after the halftime.
Sesko,
so
except for that red card
That-
causing pass, I think
Yeah.
that was his contribution.
Yeah, but I still feel he's would. I mean, you would have probably needed his sort of, his sort of presence there, because
Yeah.
come on, you're against Chelsea with 11v10, So I don't know. I mean,
They didn't. I mean, like you see, Sesko is not playing. They're not pumping in the ball to him. They want
Yes.
Bemo to cut inside, do a Salah. They want Cunha to do another version of Cole Palmer. They just have to cross the ball.
correct.
It's a big lad. And they
Exactly.
didn't do it actually, and that would be enough actually. And if you start crossing, you pin in Cucurella and all these people are.
You
You're 10 men.
yeah. You
Yeah.
increase your
You
chances
dominate the
lah. So
midfield. You just don't give in because 10 men they can't do much actually, and they don't have their talisman. I mean the player which makes everything tick, Cole Palmer.
Correct. That's
Yeah.
true. That's true. Yeah, I
So
agree
then
as well.
my question is to the MU fans here:
Yeah.
are you all satisfied?
No, I was actually waiting to come on that part. Satisfied? No. Relieved? Yes. There is two different things. We are relieved because I mean pressure has been mounting. Okay, I think this has been the worst start in
Since
the
ever.
in the top flight for MU. So yeah, pressure has been mounting. So that pressure has been relieved a bit. That's why I use the word relief. We are just relieved. We are not satisfied. If they had not gone down to 10 men, and we would have stayed at another defeat.
So what you're trying to say, another thing I like to add is MU plays well against the big boys. Actually, that's
Normally,
one thing
yes.
you have to give it
Normally,
them. I mean, they
yeah.
play well against City. They play well against Arsenal and now Chelsea.
In other
But
Not
words,
this
in other
season,
words,
not this season.
in other words, United has always been known as Robin Hood, lah.
Yeah.
there you go.
Rob the rich,
rob
you
from
know.
the rich, give to the poor.
Yeah, but I'll be curious to see how the when they play against the not so big teams, the not the top 6 or top 5 or traditional. I want to see them how they play against teams like which are on form, Bournemouth.
Yeah.
So
We are also looking forward to
and
that.
maybe
Yeah.
Everton. So this is the games which I want to see whether Ruben Amorim can do it. Although I do think again, I think I've said in the spot for quite some time, I don't rate Ruben Amorim at all. Actually, I mean it is out of his depth. Yeah, in my
Well,
opinion.
He has been saved lah this time, you know, he has been saved. But I don't think
Variant.
this will actually sustain. This will not sustain.
Yeah.
He
So,
needs
but
to step up something. Hopefully he sees that.
No, but this is like dragging the agony, right? With this win, you would have lost when life would be easy, right?
That is what I was actually discussing with another friend of mine. Now I'm doing that match as we approach the 90-minute whistle. I was actually explaining to my friend, you know, it would have been better if they just lost. So decision would have been made immediately rather than
But
now. Okay,
but
they are on
this
track. Let's see what is going to happen next. You know, so as you said, yeah, it is dragging, and dragging
but
causes a lot of pain.
but this also could mean progress somewhat, or do you think it's a pseudo
No,
progress, which is
pseudo progress. Yes, that is the word. Pseudo progress. Progress means you would have seen a lot of difference in the style of playing. For me, it was still the same. We just got lucky. And the luck was Sanchez. So thanks to him, because as you saw, when we were reduced back to make the field even 10-10, we were struggling back. So it's the same. It would have been the same thing with 11 versus 11. We would have struggled early on, and instead of Bruno scoring his 100th goal, somebody
in
from
200 matches.
from Chelsea would have scored. Okay. Sanchez red card is the first for Chelsea, the fastest red card in EPL history. Not
Really?
before EPL. Yeah. So Sanchez is the fastest, and he's the third fastest in EPL. In
oh
history.
yes,
Yes.
Wow.
He's the third fastest in history. For a goalkeeper to get a red card, Sanchez
for
is
a
the third
goalkeeper.
fastest.
Oh,
For
goalkeeper.
wow.
Goalkeeper, yeah. So he's the first.
Man.
But for Chelsea, he's the first player to get the fastest red card in their EPL history. No other Chelsea player has ever received a red card so early in the match. But in the division EPL, Sanchez is goalkeeper number 3 to hit the fastest record.
But by the way, Kobe Mino also entered the field to play.
Yeah.
Which is like I think Fernandez was knackered. I think.
He
and
entered the field to watch lah. To play.
but
understatement.
He's Kobe Mino is going to be a Newcastle target in January.
That's what I heard. I wanted to
yeah.
confirm with you. Is that true? I mean, it has been floating around. So
yeah. I mean, I would be happy to get him. I think.
I think he's
As I said, we have
I think
a
he'll
lot
do
of
well
good
in Newcastle.
players, yeah.
But which also means that probably we might sell Bruno Gomes somewhere in January or not January or the end of the season or something like that. There's a possibility. I mean, that's what I think though. Because let's see. But you don't know. I mean, let's see how it turns out. But I
man.
think overall was a good results for MU.
We
I
are
mean,
really
in whatever circumstances, a win is a win. A 3 point is a 3 point.
Yep.
A win gives you confidence for the next game and how you're going to tweak it and everything. So it is there. Chelsea, on the other hand, will be without Cole Palmer and they're without their goalkeeper as well. So we have to see how their next few games will fall actually.
Right. So those were, I mean, of course, very good talking points, man. And of course, once again, to all those who are tuned in, if we have missed out some parts we did not cover in the game, hey, drop us your points, your comments, and shares your views as well. We will really be happy to hear from you guys as well. Yeah. So of course, to end the show, expectations of the coming game week. So we have game week 6. Yeah. So we have game week 6. Of course, Brentford and Man United playing in the first match of on Saturday. Ooh, United is playing away. Then, of course, Chelsea, who has come from a defeat,
Brighton.
will be facing Brighton.
The kryptonite of Liverpool is coming.
I was gonna say the same thing as well, man.
Crystal Palace. Yeah.
So, Kev, Kevin, for the longest years, I don't know if this is out there or is it just between me, Kuhan, and another good friend of ours goes by the name of Jeff. Yeah, it's like the boogie team.
Yep.
For Liverpool. So I don't know what are your thoughts, man. Kevin, what are you looking forward to this game?
I'm not looking forward to it at all. I mean, this always brings me back to the 3-3 draw we had with them, with Gerrard and Suarez. It's been super painful. But yeah, Crystal Palace always seems to just have that upper edge against us. I do not know for what
and this
reason.
is a strong Palace team, a strong Palace team with a very good manager and a centre back which
exactly
some team finding it hard to buy.
I wonder who. I forgot which team was it, Akuan? Yeah, so Mark Gahey, oh my god. So I won't be surprised if he scores one against us. But I think Isak will start that game. And I don't know, I might be wrong, but I think we might just scrape through with a 2-1 victory. And I think Isak will get on the score sheet. Yeah.
All right. So you're expecting a draw, lah.
No. I'm
not expecting a win.
A 2-1 win. Yeah.
I think you were expecting a draw. That's a Freudian slip.
well, someone or some team has to end their unbeaten run. so I don't know. So I would like to think it's Palace. But again,
but I mean,
like I said, I
would definitely go with.
I think it's a win, lah.
Kevin, it's definitely going to be a win for Liverpool.
I want
Not an easy one though, but
not an easy one.
I think Palace has enough quality to beat Liverpool.
Yes,
for sure.
Honestly,
we have
I think so.
defensive frailties with Konate. He's not his best this season. I'm hoping Leone will come in to at least play.
I don't think so. He's too young.
Yeah, he won't. But I'm hoping he has to come in.
Leone is only good for this Pattimandram lah. Football, I'm not sure how.
The Carabao, small Mickey Mouse cups. No, I think Palace is the team because the way they won the FA Cup against a very good City side and they beat Liverpool in the Charity Shield as well.
Yeah, but as in the squad.
But still, I mean, okay, true. But I feel that these are teams which actually they're pretty good. They're well managed. They have a good coach, and let's see. They would give a fight. I hope so.
They will.
I don't hope for a draw. I hope for
actually, history speaks. I mean, if you see in terms of stats, Liverpool still has a very, very, very great, advantage when it comes to playing against, Crystal. I mean, even in the Premier League, they are 18 against 6, so it only 4 draws and total of 28 matches.
Yeah.
And for FA Cup, Liverpool has won. I mean, they only met once, and that also Liverpool has won. And when they are playing away, Liverpool still won 11 times versus 3. So history.
What for how many seasons?
This is
overall. But I think in recent years it's been quite
but it's not fair to see overall because I think you just have to see the last 5 seasons and you can see the form of the teams. I mean, if you see overall, that means a lot of other teams will be out from there. So, but as far as I know, the longest time Palace has been the boogie team for Liverpool. They struggle against Palace.
Yep. In
So
Premier League is Palace. In Champions League is Atletico Madrid.
Atletico Madrid, yeah.
Okay, let's take the last six matches. Liverpool win two, draw three, lose one, and Palace win one, draw three, lose two. So if you take the last six, very close, but still Liverpool has that one game.
No, but the draw is the one which making the difference. Actually, that's the point.
3 draws, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
see,
yeah,
that,
most
and that
recent one.
draw
I mean,
can
on
be
paper, these are teams that
Supposed to be.
you just have to win, on paper. So that's
Correct.
these past 3 seasons, drawing, so it's considered like a 2-point loss.
It
So
feels like a defeat.
yep.
Yeah.
So their last meeting was 1-1. Yeah. So yes, if you take the last six, very tight.
The last meeting was I think it was the penalty, right? If I'm not mistaken, the Charity Shield went to penalty. Yeah.
No,
Was it penalty?
Premier League meeting was
Oh,
1-1.
Premier League.
The last Premier League meeting in May, if I'm not mistaken.
Was it in Anfield?
Wait, let me.
I can't remember.
No, it was away. It was.
It was
Sorry,
in-
Anfield.
Yeah. I always feel that the some teams, they are lucky to have all the boogie teams all come way ahead, and then they play like home, and then towards the end there they play at Anfield like that. So that's what I notice actually. But anyway, I think it'll be a good match. I'm looking forward to watch it this weekend.
Yeah,
So it'll be nice.
Yep.
understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, all right, we have come to the end of the show. And once again, to all those who have tuned in, really, really thank you. Really appreciate your support. And of course, for those who are new, hit the like and subscribe button, and also turn on the notifications bell and stay tuned to weekly episodes where we either run, debate, or just have just have banter sessions right at the end of the day. So and of course, guys, thanks, Kevin, Raj, Kuhan, of course.
Bye-bye.
Pleasure always.
Our sincerest apologies that Sharif was
Correct.
experiencing technical difficulties, so he could not rejoin back us for obvious reasons. However, you will definitely see his comments in either on YouTube after this. So, but again, Sharif, thank you as well, for at least trying to connect. So, so of course, this is
Kogan
Matt.
as well. We also missed Kogan this week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for reminding as well. So sorry, Kugan, who our Arsenal supporter friend of ours who also could not join us, for other commitments. But of course, we will try our very best to include as and when we can. So once again, this is Matt, your host, signing out from Bollock Studios. Peace out.